Hello, everybody. Welcome to the International Coaching Week 2022 Global Coaching Supervision Celebration. It's all about celebration here. And we have some wonderful trained or certified or credentialed coaching supervisors holding spaces for you from 16th of May 2022 to 22nd of May 2022. And all that they want to do is offer gratitude to the profession that is the coaching and coaching supervision, which has helped them to become who they are today, and which also helping their clients, that's the coaches, to become who they are today. So the intention of the space is for you to get to know more about supervision, see some demos, experience some tools, techniques, and also get some free coaching supervision sessions so that you can become a better coach and help your clients to become a better human being in their own journeys. So as we evolve together, we have two wonderful speakers who are coach supervisors joining with us, and it's none other than Iulia and Sorina. Welcome, and how are you doing, Iulia and Sorina?
Hello, thank you very much for the invitation. I am good.
Okay,
Full
lovely
of energy today.
Thank you, Anushki. I feel very good to be here with you guys.
Wonderful, wonderful. Iulia, maybe just for the audience to get to know about you more, can you say a few words about yourself?
Sure, I'm an executive coach and a certified supervisor, and also a leadership consultant. I work with leaders mostly because I have a long history of being one in two organizations. And in my journey, I had some turning points when I might needed more support. So now I'm willing to give the same support to people who go to the through the same journey. Mine was getting in touch with my empathy, compassion, and human connection. And this is what I would like to work with leaders, and this is what I'm doing. And I resonate very much with what you said. You mentioned being a better human. So I do believe strongly that in being better anything, first you need to be a better human. Thank you.
Thank you, Iulia. So wonderful. And I can see that we are so much aligned when you spoke about compassion and everything. My heart was beating. It's like butterfly. I'm just shouting the here and now what's happening here as supervisor. Yes, Sorina, say a few words about yourself too.
So I have a background as a business owner. I started more than 17 years ago. And I can say I discovered coaching and coaching supervision as a next step to working with teens because I have kids and I wanted to raise them in such a way that they will make their own decisions. So I discovered in the process that I was coaching them. And so coaching training come as a very good step after that, you know. I don't have a long experience as a coach because I did my trainings 2 years ago. I did my supervisor training 1 year ago, but I really enjoy this journey, and I feel like I'm on the right path now, you know.
Absolutely. And I have to say that there's so much you can learn from being a mother or maybe parenting kids than what you learn in classrooms or courses or books. I too have 2 kids, and sometimes the kids become the better coach or supervisors at moments where you feel like, oh. And I like to know, I'm just reflecting as you're sharing this. I always tell my kids, you know, we are not playing different roles here. It's not father, mother, daughter, son, but we are one team. And interestingly, y'all are also, you both are going to co-create a space which is connected to leadership and team. Can you say more about what is this event is all about, and how can coaches or the community can benefit by being part of it?
You know, when your invite come, I was discussing with Julia that we believe that every each one of us has an inner wisdom, you know. There is something that is always guiding us and trying to tell us what's the right path. And sometimes being busy makes you forget about this voice, you know.
Yes.
But when you center yourself, you discover this voice. And from our point of view, supervision is the space when you can connect with this wisdom, you know. It's the space where you can realize that you have all the answer, even though you don't know in the moment. And you don't need to know everything. And sometimes it's just, you can stay there and the results will appear, the answers will appear.
Wonderful, beautifully expressed. Iulia, what about you? How would you like to express about this event?
As I said, I had a very long experience in corporate, and there I learned how to run meetings, and that each and every meeting you need to have an agenda. At the end, you have to make decisions and so on, which is not totally wrong. But what we haven't learned in meetings is that mostly by people being there and coming as they are, it's a great, it can lead to a great outcome, and building on what people bring. And go to a meeting or go to a discussion without our pen and paper or phone or laptop and so on. And when I was discussing with Sorina about this event, I said, okay, leadership and teams. We both have experience with teams. I have some experience with leadership, and we said, what should we do? And it clicked exactly this serendipity, presence and being in service. And why all that? Because things happen sometimes without our control. And in business, it's very difficult to let it go. We are taught exactly the opposite, to don't let go, and to be always in control. And that is one sign that leadership and teams will benefit a lot. Learning or experiencing how to be present.
You know, when...
Yeah, go ahead, Serena.
So, I was trying to say that when you are present, somehow, and you access that inner wisdom, somehow things arrange in such a way that everything becomes a serendipity, you know, that chain of events that are specially arranged for you. So that's why is the name of the talk we want to have to take.
I really love the topic, honestly, Serena and Iulia. When the moment I read, I was like, wow, I was feeling bliss when I read the topic. And as Iulia was sharing about this team meetings, the image that came to me was the dinner tables. What happens in the dinner tables, right? So I think that sometimes the lot of variations that we have created with what's happening in our homes and what's happening in outside in the office. So those variations actually not allowing us to be present and be ourselves in whichever the place that we are. So who we are in the dinner table, we are not being in the meeting room, and who we are in the meeting room, we are not being in the dinner table. And why is that? Why are we choosing to be in different ways? If present is presence, right? No matter whether, and that's also a team. Family is also a team, and when you go for a team meeting, it's also a team. And I wonder that how much as supervisor, when you are reflecting with your own experience as a supervisor or as a supervisee, what has been your experience around this team?
You know, I do believe we are all part of a system, you know, and every time we try to forget or to leave at the door who you are as a person, it's something missing from us, and we don't live authentically. And by not living authentically, we lose our presence, and we lose our ability to be in service, you know, somehow. Because as soon as we accept ourselves with everything we are, I think we'll be more of more value for the others, you know. And I think the supervision space is offering this permission for us, you know. You understand that the insights you have sometimes may be from a different environment than the one you are going to use to.
Right. Thank you for sharing that, Sorina. Iulia, what are your thoughts and experiences being a supervisor or supervisee around this topic? I mean, it's like a very deep and long conversation, I have to say. But whatever that resonates with you at this moment that you can share, you can share.
I love being a supervisor and a supervisee. It's one of my favorite areas, and that's because I'm pretty much a reflective person. So having a session when self-reflection is the center and guiding somebody through self-reflection, it's like, I don't know, exploring a city that you don't know without a map, or a piece of nature without a map, which is unbelievable because you can discover things that you have in your heart, not in your head. So it's, I think it's very rich. So many times in my sessions, we always come to exactly this. I'm not present, but I'm not present goes back to who I am. Am I myself? Am I authentic in my interactions? And I think we are used to, since we are, at least in our culture, we are used to behave in different ways in different contexts, which is not necessarily wrong, but it's wrong when it's not aligned with who we are. So then it's going against who we are. And I believe being yourself, it's enough challenge to carry. So being someone else, I tried for many years. For many years, I've been an image who I thought I have to be in order to succeed. So it's exhausting. It's simply exhausting.
Thank you for sharing that, Iulia. I think it expresses that how vulnerable you're being about your own sharings, both of you. And I can very well resonate with my journey too as a supervisor and as a coach, as a human being, that I was always chastened for not doing a lot. And I discovered I'm more of a being person. Like, I like to be in the being state than more of a doing. And I'm also a very deep reflecting person. And when I go to deep places to reflect and share a few thoughts, I can very well understand people don't resonate with my thoughts at times because they are in a totally different, in spiritual term, we can say consciousness, or can be in a human terms, we can say different level. So that I always kept fighting over this, why people don't understand me and what's happening here. And finally, I think through supervision, I found the answer. And just like me, I think all the other coaches, the communities, every human being deserve to find their own answers about their own journey. And I like to bring this conversation to closure, asking about what's happening in the here and now with Iulia and Sorina.
In the here and now, I would say I resonate very much with what you said about being. In the end, we are human beings, not human doings, but we learn to do a lot. I just like being. I love being here, and I cannot wait being next week with whomever resonates with us.
I do believe that in order to have a rich life, you have to start by knowing yourself. And when you are very busy doing lots of things, I don't think you have this opportunity. So by being present is the best thing you can do for yourself in order to help the others and to have a beautiful and wonderful life, you know?
Great. And my here and now feels really elevated. Like, I feel like I'm like elevated to some different places with both of you. And I like to invite all the audience, whoever is watching this at this moment, to come and join us and be elevated in your own journey, so that you can discover that truth that you're seeking for in your own journeys. So don't forget, the registration link is just below this video. Go there, click the registration link, register yourself, and be there for the event, and be ready to explore the unexpected. Thank you so much for listening to us, and we will see you there. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.